Should startups bother with SEO? Hey, I'm Sam Dunning, co-owner over at webchoiceuk.com and host of the Top 100 Marketing Podcast, Business Growth Show. If you haven't yet, check out my weekly email where I share actionable marketing tips, useful podcasts, free guides, resources, bonuses, and much, much more to start your week off with a bang each and every Monday. Sign up today over at businessgrowth.email. So SEO, search engine optimization, the process of getting your website to that all-important page one top spot in Google's organic, non-paid search results. Should a new business, should a startup really consider it? Well, before we get to that, I want to share a quick story, which I have shared briefly in podcasts before. So when we started the company some years ago, didn't have a customer base, right? So there was a few things that I knew because of my background in marketing and digital marketing and technology, working at marketing companies before. I knew that SEO was important. I knew it was a long-term play because of my experience where I'd worked at other companies. So I knew we had to get a straightforward website up. We had to, in this case, employ an SEO company because we didn't do that ourselves at that stage in time, and pay them a little bit on a basic plan, a few £100 a month, not much at all, to just do some basic on-site content creation and off-site content creation, distributing those articles, blog articles onto different sites and building up some backlinks. I knew over time that would ramp up and we would eventually in 6 to 12 months get some traffic and get some inbound leads over time. Whilst that was going on, whilst we invested the small amount of money we did have into SEO, the only other way I was generating appointments, bookings, leads was through cold calling. So I targeted businesses that looked like a good fit for our offering, called them up, sweated away at my desk, booking meetings, cold calling, reaching out to decision makers, providing the problems that we help them fix, and looking to set up appointments. So yeah, that was hard work. That was quite a struggle. It's not the most fun thing, cold calling, cold outreach, but it is a quick route to market in terms of you can reach the people you want to chat to and set up meetings. So why did I give you that background? Well, what happened with us was because of the limited funds and resources we had at the early stages of the business, there was only a few ways that we could get to market. So we knew about the benefits of SEO long term, but we knew we had to get meetings short term. So we set up cold outreach. And as we eventually generated revenue through the meetings, turning into closed won deals, through SEO, eventually bringing in inbound leads as the months followed that we were able to convert into, again, won projects and closed deals in revenue. Then we were able to invest more into things like paid ads as a shorter term way to drive traffic and inquiries to our site. We were able to beef up, ramp up, redesign our website, make it more of a useful resource, ramp up the SEO on site in terms of the content, the layout, improve the design, the navigation, the structure, and invest more in off-site SEO. So creating content, distributing it, building backlinks, and really ramping up our presence on Google, our organic traffic for the main things we want to sell. So if you're a startup with somewhat limited cash, funds, or resources, or even team members in-house, then you might want to consider things like using existing contacts to reach out to them, talk about how your product or service helps, the problem it fixes, how you're growing businesses with your services and generating appointments that way. Perhaps you've got past customers, past clients that you've served at other companies that, again, you can reach out to. You've already got trust, reputation, rapport with them. So you can, again, introduce how you help, the problems you fix, and see if there's a fit for you to do some business. If you're B2B, sites like LinkedIn are amazing for reaching out to customers that fit your ideal customer profile, searching for them, connecting with them, putting out content. LinkedIn's got an amazing organic reach when you post content. So being found by other potential customers, building up your personal brand long term, starting conversations, building relationships that way. All those three ways are free and simple ways to generate customers and route to market. And then you might want to consider doing cold outreach, whether that is cold calling, networking on sites like LinkedIn, whether that's cold email, different ways of outreach. You might use other social channels like Facebook or such if you're more B2C. And then building up that all important initial revenue stream. So once you've got customers, once you've got payments and money coming in, then you can look into SEO as a long-term way to drive traffic to your website and drive inbound sales leads. And then you can even look at things like paid ads to ramp that up and work alongside SEO. And on the flip side, if you're a startup, but you've got funding, or perhaps you've got the resources, you've got the team in house, then SEO makes sense, right? Because you've got the cash there, or you've got the people on your team to build a quality website that, first of all, is going to clearly show what you do, how you help. It's going to be a useful resource, which is going to impact the SEO through the information pages, perhaps blog articles. Perhaps you've got resources, guides, video, podcasts that all complement the key services that you offer, and really educate people at different stages throughout the sales process, from at the top of the sales funnel right through to the bottom of the sales funnel ready to buy. And then you can invest in things like making sure the website on-site technical SEO is all good in terms of the structure, your website page speed, navigation, all these good things that impact your on-site, on-page SEO. And then you can invest in off-site SEO, right? So you can look at things like content creation, so creating useful blog articles, resources, press releases, posting them on industry relevant sites, building quality backlinks, and over time, building up your organic rankings for the main search terms that you want to drive sales leads and inbound revenue for. So right now at WebChoice, our number one source, our channel for generating inbound sales leads is SEO, followed by paid ads at number 2, and then LinkedIn at number 3, just through the daily content, the tips, the advice on websites and SEO that I share there each and every day, and some other channels that drive inbound are the podcast, the videos we put out, our email list, network, and referrals, of course. So your company might be in a similar position to where we were. Perhaps you're low on funds, resources. So to start with, maybe you look at things like, how can I leverage my network, my contacts, my past clients? Maybe I'm going to look at doing things that are absolutely free of charge, just need my time, like leveraging LinkedIn, starting a podcast, starting video series to build up that long term. And then once the revenue's there, you can look to sort a decent, educational, helpful, lead generating website and setting up an SEO strategy for long-term results. So to summarize, SEO is a fantastic long-term strategy when it comes to getting your website visible, building up your brand reputation, and most importantly, getting people that have got buying intent that can see your services or your products on page 1 of Google when they need your help. So they click through onto your website and then either get in touch with you if you want to generate a lead or make that all important purchase. So you need to think about how important that long-term strategy is for your business, what resources you can invest into it now, or likewise, if you need to employ a separate company or person to help you out with it. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope you found the tips of use. As always, if you're tuning in from the audio podcast, a quick rating, a 5-star review is very, very much appreciated. Or if you're on YouTube, a quick subscribe, I'd be very, very thankful for. And with that, I should catch you on the next one. Cheers.